Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. Hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at the top 10 PSA vintage baseball card sales on eBay for cards from the 1930s and 1940s for September 2025. For the 1930s, the top 10 is comprised only of cards of Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth, except for one card of some player named Ted Williams. For the 1940s, there's a pretty diverse group of players represented, but the top 10 list is dominated by cards from the 1949 Bowman and Leaf sets. So let's get to the two top 10 lists. Starting off with the top 10 from the 1930s. At number 10, we have this 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card number 149 in a PSA 1. This one sold on September 23rd for $6,390. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 1 is $5,882. The record high sale was $14,400 back in April of 2021 through Golden. Now, there was one other significant 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card number 149 sale in September. It was a PSA 1 copy that sold on September 27th for $4,722. At number 9, we have this 1933 Gaudy Lou Gehrig card number 160 in a PSA 2.5. This one sold on September 28th for $7,268. It was an auction. There were 53 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 2.5 is $6,235. This sale here at $7,268 represents a new record high sale for a PSA 2.5 copy. The previous high was $6,900 back in January of 2023 through eBay. Now, there were two other significant 1933 Gaudy Lou Gehrig card number 160 sales in September. First one, a PSA 3 copy, sold on September 25th for $5,790, and then a PSA 1.5 copy sold on September 28th for $3,204. At number 8, we have this 1933 Worldwide Gum Lou Gehrig in a PSA 5. This one sold on September 28th for $8,400. It was an auction. There were 54 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 5 is $8,400. The record high sale was $9,150 back in March of 2021 through eBay. At number 7, we have this 1939 play ball Ted Williams in a PSA 5. This one sold on September 28th for $8,400. It was an auction. There were 55 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 5 is $8,553. The record high sale, though, was $18,000 back in November of 2023 through Heritage. At number 6, we have this 1933 Worldwide Gum Babe Ruth in a PSA 2. This one sold on September 21st for $9,350. It was an auction. There were 2 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 2 is $11,995. The record high sale was $14,640 back in July of this year through Heritage. At number 5, we have this 1933 Gaudy Lou Gehrig card number 92 in the set in a PSA 4. This one sold on September 28th for $11,225. It was an auction. There were 48 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 4 is $9,531. The record high sale was $13,420 back in July of this year through Heritage. There was one other 1933 Gaudy Lou Gehrig card number 92 sale in September. This one, an authentic altered copy, sold on September 28th for $3,306. At number 4, we have this 1934 Gaudy Lou Gehrig in a PSA 5. This one sold on September 20th for $12,350. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 5 is $7,788. So this sale here at $12,350 represents a new record high sale for a PSA 5 copy. The previous high was $11,100 back in April of 2023 through REA. And there was one other significant 1934 Gaudy Lou Gehrig sale in September. This one, a PSA 4.5, sold on September 28th for $7,756. At number 3, we have this 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card number 181 in a PSA 3. This one sold on September 28th for $14,100. It was an auction. There were 48 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 3 is $12,416. The record high sale was $17,520 back in January of 2022 through eBay. Now, there were two other significant 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card number 181 sales in September. The first one, a PSA 2.5 copy, sold on September 22nd for $12,900, and a PSA 1 copy, sold on September 23rd for $7,750. At number 2, we have this 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card number 144 in the set in a PSA 2.5. This one sold on September 22nd for $15,099. It was an auction. There were 2 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 2.5 is $14,265. The record high sale was $17,200 back in October of 2021 through eBay. And at number 1 for September, this 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card number 53 in the set in a PSA 2.5. This one sold on September 6th for $16,749. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 2.5 is $15,389. The record high sale was just above this sale here in September at $16,766 back in October of 2024 through eBay. All right, on to the top 10 from the 1940s. At number 10, we have this 1949 Leaf Stan Musial in a PSA 7 miscut. This one sold on September 2nd for $2,650. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 7 qualifier is $1,860. The record high sale was $3,839 back in August of 2022 through eBay and happened to be this same exact card that sold on September 2nd. At number 9, we have this 1949 Bowman Duke Snyder in a PSA 7. This one sold on September 22nd for $2,850. It was an auction. There were 21 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 7 is $3,066. The record high sale was $4,250 back in June of 2022 through eBay. At number 8, we have this 1940 Play Ball Joe DiMaggio in a PSA 4. This one sold on September 1st for $3,000. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 4 is $2,682. This sale here at $3,000 ties the record high sale for a PSA 4 copy, first set back in March of 2024 through eBay. At number 7, we have this 1949 Leaf Joe DiMaggio in a PSA 3.5. This one sold on September 10th for $3,010. It was an auction. There were 43 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 3.5 is $2,472. The record high sale was $3,271 back in May of 2023 through eBay. At number 6, we have this 1949 Bowman Larry Doby in a PSA 6. This one sold on September 28th for $3,440. It was an auction. There were 34 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 6 is $2,890. The record high sale was $3,600 back in August of this year through REA. Now, there was one other significant 1949 Bowman Larry Doby sale in September. This one, a PSA 5 copy, sold on September 1st for $3,050. At number 5, we have this 1949 Leaf Ted Williams in a PSA 3. This one sold on September 16th for $4,000. It was a buy it now. The current VCP average price for a PSA 3 is $2,176. This sale here at $4,000 represents a new record high sale for a PSA 3 copy. The previous high was $3,690 back in April of 2023 through Huggins and Scott. At number 4, we have this 1949 Leaf Babe Ruth in a PSA 5. This one sold on September 18th for $8,100. It was an auction. There were 38 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 5 is $7,413. The record high sale, though, was $15,180 back in April of 2021 through SCP Auctions. Now, there were 4 other significant 1949 Leaf Babe Ruth sales in September. The first one, a PSA 4 copy, sold on September 19th for $6,800. Then a PSA 3 copy sold on September 21st for $6,000. Then a PSA 5 copy sold on September 15th for $5,800. And finally, a PSA 2 copy sold on September 4th for $4,050. At number 3, we have this 1949 Bowman Satchel Paige in a PSA 3.5. This one sold on September 17th for $10,500. It was a best offer. The current VCP average price for a PSA 3.5 is $7,447. So this sale here at $10,500 represents a new record high sale for a PSA 3.5 copy. The previous high was $5,500 back in March of 2021 through eBay. Now, there were 4 other significant 1949 Bowman Satchel Paige sales in September. The first one, a PSA 4 copy, sold on September 1st for $5,101. Then a PSA 2 copy, sold on September 1st for $4,875. A PSA 2 copy, sold on September 8th for $4,100. And finally, another PSA 2 copy sold on September 7th for $3,700. At number 2, we have this 1949 Leaf Jackie Robinson in a PSA 2. This one sold on September 21st for $10,667. It was an auction. There were 36 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 2 is $9,839. The record high sale was $22,800 back in December of 2021 through REA. And there were 4 other significant 1949 Leaf Jackie Robinson sales in September. The first one, a PSA 1 copy, sold on September 5th for $10,500. A PSA 2 copy sold on September 14th for $9,983. Then another PSA 2 copy sold on September 8th for $9,900. And finally, a PSA 1 copy sold on September 21st for $7,125. And at number 1 for the month of September, we have this 1949 Bowman Jackie Robinson in a PSA 6. This one sold on September 1st for $11,705. It was an auction. There were 47 bids. The current VCP average price for a PSA 6 is $9,660. But the record high sale was $22,350 back in February of 2021 through eBay. And just like the previous 3 cards, there were 4 other significant sales of 1949 Bowman Jackie Robinson cards in September. The first one, a PSA 5 copy, sold on September 28th for $10,391. Then a PSA 4 copy, sold on September 16th for $8,902. Another PSA 4 copy, sold on September 22nd for $8,101. And finally, a PSA 4.5 copy, sold on September 21st for $7,655. Well, there you go, the top 10 PSA vintage baseball card sales on eBay for cards from the 1930s and 1940s for September 2025. As always, would love to know in the comments what you think about the cards that made this month's top 10 lists. And with that, that's all I have for you. So until next time, thanks for watching.